So, in Manifesto records, my job as all area guardian from galaxies wherever gods are. In a timeless time capsule, I suppose you could say, is what I usually say. I mean, then the words change because it's a guardianship of a whole lot of people. It's a whole lot of plans. It's a whole lot of stickers. The flags changed as I had fights break out and then confusion to try to keep, which is why there's so many flags, trying to keep my guardianship relationship with certain areas private so I could protect the garden that in that parcel, PAR. That's what's normal for a particular sticker, which you call flags, FLAGS. We design a flag, it becomes your normal of what belongs in your garden. If the world is a garden of Eden, there are many seeds. There's many multiple beauties. But the thing is how do you keep each garden safe from the crows that fly over and want to eat the vegetables, to keeping the seeds in rows, so this way the generation after generation you get the same beauty in that one particular garden that they're proud of, and they should be. So I had an all area meeting after I had a warning that one of my gardens was interfering again, a known assailant. And now I had to go help and defend my sticker book, one of my sticker book clients who has a blue-eyed Buddha, which is a blue-eyed beauty. And they were fighting with the men of midnight who believe in something different. And then there was another section all around the area of Providencial-Utsa, UZZA, which is the last 4 letters or digits of my goddess name when I return. And I had to settle the dispute. The 1 children wanted to make sure that they were safe if they stayed where they were, and they did not cause trouble with Catherine the Great being a Christian, but not believing in Jesus, because people who looked like the people that Catherine and Goddess Utsa, Nicole, would be responsible for protecting, the people who appear in that garden would be new people, and would Goddess of Catherine or any of the names take people and hurt them. Now, the answer was that if you stay within your garden, within your realm, and you did not partake in hurting the future guardianship with the star people and with Catherine's people coming forward and whatnot, then we would not war with you, and you would be safe and protected under the original agreement. But there are wars elsewhere outside of your garden that go on. People are referenced, but I want you to know that if you are covered by your flag in your area, whatever was said in that personal, private manifesto meeting of meeting her and speaking with her and being given such protection, there may have been an addendum with a private protection, because certain children were afraid that they were looking more like the orange square people, and they needed to know who was going to defend and protect them, or should they join the orange people. Now, Goddess Utsa, Goddess Catherine, Goddess Nicole, Anne and Victoria, all said that it's going to be for the guardians of that area to decide based on what they observe. If they observe the people covered by that flag doing or harming the future Miss Nicole, then they must take care of it in their way. But the people outside of the wall, who might be surrounded in an area for that one flag way back in history, she gave that. She said, I'm not coming for your individuals. It is a group problem, and the more you group together and cause problems for your area management and for management elsewhere, then we are growing a major concern. So if the orange square people start coming for my protected blue-eyed Buddha believer, or the any midnight skin, or any of the others that might be with Allah and Valhalla, they're all covered under a orange square that I put my X signature on with some stars. They have a similar lone star elsewhere in the country I'm being born in. I believe Catherine also put it in a pool hall of some sort, or museum some sort. There's one, although, right, it's one of those private agreements for a private reason to keep the gardens secure, while the Americans are having a major breakout and problem like the East has never seen due to the orange square people that are not protected by Catherine. Those are the Chinese and the Koreans. They have no protection whatsoever. They know that, and that's why they have made such a gallant effort to try to collect as many people around the world as possible and confuse the fuck out of anything that speaks English. That was a major problem we told you about on the descent in through all of the manifesto. So it didn't manifest when I was born. And here we are. So now what do? There's a Jack and the Beanstalk. Lewis absolutely loves this story. It's about Jack, and Jack has some magic beans that he gets, and it's to grow a gigantic beanstalk. And there's a cow out in the yard, and he trades his most sacred cow that he gets milk, and he could feed his family in a famine, and he trades it for these magic beans. And these magic beans that he got from the market, he's going to plant them. They're going to grow this gigantic stalk that's going to touch the clouds, and at the top of the clouds is a giant human, giant man who has a golden goose that he keeps under his arm and safe. And Jack trades his most sacred cow for the beans. He plants the beans, he watches them grow, he climbs up the stalk, and the giant does not notice Jack at first, and Jack thinks that he's like a really awesome ninja. Like he's just watching the giant, trying to sneak around the giant and not be noticed, and just, he's really devious. He's a really disgusting, devious character that Lewis Cattaruzza, like, itemizes as like a superhero. Like, oh my god, he's gonna steal the goose from the... Why would you want to steal from the giant? Why would you want to hurt the goose who's happy under the giant's arm? Why would you trade your cow that you feed and keep the security of your children and the milk that feeds them, the cow that if they eat cow, you know, why would you could produce another cow with that cow. Why would you trade that safety for some weird magic beans that make you devious, that make you steal, and then make the giant hate you and want to punish you? Yeah, I never got that as a kid either, but that's Lewis's, like, claim to fame Fucking idiot. It's an Elizabethan thing. It's not a Christian woman, and it's not a Jewish woman. It's not a Muslim woman. It's not a Punjab woman. It's non c'è bene per lei. So then we've got, let's see, hold on a second. I've got a, then I've got a Jack and a Jill who went up a hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack, meaning Lewis, fell down, broke his crown, because he's not acknowledged at all in America or in Italy or anywhere. He's not part of a partnership. He doesn't get any money. He doesn't get any royalties. He just gets shit on while China advances upon his daughter, and he doesn't even know. He's like, he's got no... Elizabeth already made sure that my father's memory is totally erased. He's got no clue why he's human, that who his daughter is, how she's coming, nothing. He's not part of government, he's not part of leadership, he's not part of religion, he's a nobody, literally. That's what Elizabeth ensured for the Chinese government to advance, to save themselves against some evil, villainous, whatever that Elizabeth actually interviewed and used to protect herself, Charles, and her grandchildren, but then adamantly deny it in full light to save herself and her reputation. Right. While growing the world more dangerous and locking God in some buried contract or some hydro water contract where they put the pitchforks into the potato, they suspended it in a thing of water, and now everybody's watching the beautiful miracle transformation of the potato growing in a hydro form of water with pitchforks into it so it can't fucking move. And everybody's just standing there staring at it like as if they've never seen a potato suspended in water before. While Elizabeth just does nothing because she's fucking useless. And Lewis grows the world more dangerously for Elizabeth by being so fucking stupid, but Elizabeth already knows, but it's not going to tell anybody or save anybody. Great. Okay, so now that we're all caught up, this is the way the world works. Jack and the Beanstalk, Jill being myself, the fresh pail of water, and the potato that already had the pitchforks into it, suspended so everybody could just watch me grow into nothing, into just a potato suspended in water. Because how the fuck was I ever going to get out and, like, help anybody that actually needed me? And you don't want the Chinese to advance. They've already been put on notice. That's why we're in hell. Elizabeth's a part of it. Why can't any of you fix it? I don't know. Why can't any of you advance and take over the enemy? I'm just curious, all Larry's stupid that thought that they were going to be useful at some part in this, like, save humanity thing.